Hey, what's going on everybody? This is John J Gaming on the mic here, coming at you with a brand new episode of the Youngstown Dynasty here on NCAA 06, and we are out here, man, with our bowl game, man. We are going to the Alamo Bowl down in San Antonio, Texas, and we are taking on Chattanooga, who is currently riding themselves a 5-game winning streak. They started off 1-5 and won 5 games in a row just so that they can put themselves in this very position. But despite that, I like our odds in this game. We have a D offense and a D- defense, whereas Chattanooga is D- across the board. So we are the more talented football team. But that being said, we had some things happen to us that is going to make things, I would say, a little bit more interesting. So the thing that happened to us is that John Langford is going to be suspended for the Alamo Bowl. And you know why he's going to be suspended? He is going to be suspended because his GPA actually fell below the NCAA's accepted level. So that being said, he is going to have to sit on the bench this upcoming season. Or not this upcoming season, but like in the final game of the season, we are going to be without one of our best wide receivers and our punt returner guy as well. So that's going to be an interesting caveat going into this. As for Chattanooga, they actually do not have any players suspended or anyone that is on the injury report. So Chattanooga will have their full roster in this one. But that being said, only thing left to do now is go ahead and see if we can take care of business against Chattanooga, who is a pass-heavy squad. I will see you guys on the field for the Alamo Bowl. So let's go ahead and get the Alamo Bowl officially underway. And Chattanooga is going to get the ball first and actually handing it off to Campbell. And Campbell is going to rumble and stumble his way all the way to the 40-yard line. Great first play of the game for Tennessee Chattanooga, as we almost had a great play of our own. We knew we got the interception. And oh my goodness, if we were able to get our hands on the football there, that could have very easily ended up being a pick six. But it is what it is, though. We will force a 3rd and long. Let's see if our defense can go ahead and hold it down here. We'll get to contain Jackson, who drops back to pass. He's got some time. He's looking over to the right-hand side and is going to throw it into the ground. It will be incomplete. So a great first drive for our defense, as now our offense is going to take a field. How about Adam Hayden getting things going in the right direction? He's going to break a 20-yard run for us to begin this game. So now here we are in Chattanooga territory, as Adam Hayden continues to go to work. He's going to actually end up in the red zone. So 2 runs for Adam Hayden sets us in a very good spot as we're trying to get something going with Chris Ty. But Chris Ty just does not have the time in the pocket. Adam Hayden pisses down his leg in terms of pass protection. And now it's going to be 2nd and 20. Trying to make something shake here on a 2nd down, as that ball is going to end up being tipped away. And now we'll end up facing a 3rd and 20. We're going to collect the 1st down. Ty dropping back, looking towards the right-hand side, and that's nearly intercepted. And because we are outside of field goal range, we have to go for it here on 4th and long. And Chris Ty, he's going to throw this one up. We got a man downfield, but it's going to be overthrown. So we had a promising drive for our first drive of the game, and it does not lead to any points. So both of us has had our first drive of the game, and we still have yet to see any points on the board so far. We'll see if our defense can keep it that way, as Jackson, he's going to line this one up downfield and finds Reed. And Reed is going to run it in all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Chattanooga. And it's going to set up the single game passing record for longest pass in a game. A 85-yard bomb. We put our corner on an island because we did send that blitz. and we did not get there in time, so that was barbecue chicken for us. Still, something that we'll need to address through recruiting is getting some better defensive backs. I think that is a weakness for our team, at least by FCS standards, right? So we got that to worry about. But let's see if we can get some actual points on the board, but we fumbled the football instead. Thankfully, Adam Hayden was able to get his hands on the ball, but man, that could have been an absolute disaster. Instead, it's going to be 3rd and 9 for us, as we'll go with the 4 wide set, looking for the first down. Throwing over the middle, we find Thomas, and Thomas is going to be brought down at about midfield for us. It's going to be a first down for us. That will indeed move the chains for us. And something to also keep an eye on is just how our passing attack responds, given that Jacob Langford is suspended for this game. And right now, our passing attack could do a little bit better. Let's see if we can do something here. 3rd and 2 as Chris Ty, he rolls out to the right. He's got a man downfield, and he's going to connect on a massive ball downfield, finding Hansbrough. And Hansbrough with a 1st and goal opportunity. We'll see if we can punch it in on the final play of the first quarter, and we do! Touchdown, Youngstown State. And we will end up striking back here in the Alamo Bowl, hosted by MasterCard, as that is going to wrap things up here. End of the first quarter. We are all knotted up right now at 7 apiece. So here we are in the second quarter of the Alamo Bowl. We are still all knotted up as of right now, as we will go ahead and kick things back off to Chattanooga, as Harrison will try to return this thing back, but we stop him at around the 20 plus. Looks like Chad Harrison did end up injuring something on his shoulder. We'll have to check that out whenever that update comes up, but Chattanooga will still go ahead and get things going here at around the 25-yard line. And what's been really good, despite that long pass that we've given up, Jerry Jackson has not been in rhythm so far today. He's only 1 for 8 so far. We'll see if we can continue to frustrate this quarterback, as Jerry Jackson will drop back again, but he's going to find his impact player, Rodney Payne, who, by the way, is playing at cornerback. So wide receiver is not even his main specific position at all, and yet here he is still making an impact. I guess understanding what defensive backs do does give you quite a bit of an advantage, and it's going to actually put Chattanooga on our side of the field as well. And we will have a critical 3rd down coming up. They already got 1 3rd down conversion so far. Let's see if we can get them off this time around, as it's going to be a play action. Rolling to the right. Going to throw his thing towards the end zone. He has a man, but that ball ends up being overthrown. So definitely got bailed out by a bad pass there. That could have even easily have been a touchdown if that ball was just a tad bit underthrown. So instead, we don't end up scoring there on our drive either. We actually end up going 3 and out. So Chattanooga does have the football once again. As we check out the stats for both quarterbacks so far this season, Jerry Jackson, honestly one of the better quarterbacks that we have faced this season so far. Already with over 3,000 passing yards, which is a lot to say given what NCAA 06 was like. Teams didn't pass the ball much in the mid-2000s as they do here in 2022, man. So just a little bit interesting to note. But Chattanooga, they are driving downfield as well. They're going to get into a goal line situation as Jerry Jackson on the verge of 30 touchdowns. It's a play action. They're going to swing it out to Holmes over the left-hand side. It's a foot race for the linebacker, and the linebacker cannot get there in time. And Chattanooga is going to put up another touchdown on the board, and just a great swing route by the tailback. And Chattanooga will take a 14-7 lead. And we might be in some trouble considering when we give up 3 and out on our next possession. That will help to cause a little bit. Do end up getting a sack on Jerry Jackson. Does help that that was a pretty bad snap. And it will be 2nd and 17. Where Jackson will try to throw it towards the sideline. He was looking for his running back. But they are not going to be able to connect there. And it's going to be 3rd and 17. Chattanooga decent on 3rd down so far. 2 for 5. As Jackson looks to his right, but it's going to be intercepted by Walters. Let's go, baby. First turnover of the game is going to be caused by the Youngstown State defense. And the Penguins are going to be back in business. So 37 seconds left here in the first half. We'll see if we can turn that turnover into points. As we'll start this drive off by handing it off to Adam Hayden. And he will pick up a gain of 7 before we do end up calling our very first timeout. So 2 more timeouts left to work with as Chris Ty does end up sending the blitz as Brown ends up making the catch for us. And that's going to be a first down. 1st and 10 from the 11. Ty looking over the middle. Oh! Receiver just could not haul it in. And we will have to run it back. 2nd and 10. 13 seconds left to go in the first half. Ty dropping back is going to roll out to his right. He's going to find his receiver, Cam Jones. And Cam Jones takes care of the rest. He is going to find the end zone. Touchdown, Penguins. And we will end up tying things up here. We got a tie ball game here in the Alamo Bowl. All knotted up at 14 apiece. So we've seen a pretty tight and contested game so far as we go ahead and jump into the second half of action here. As Jackson, he's going to throw on the perimeter. He's got Payne down the sideline and he's going to be gone like a girl in a country song. Touchdown to Chattanooga. And the Mocs of Tennessee Chattanooga are going to strike right back. And they will take the lead in the Alamo Bowl, taking a 21-14 lead. As we need a response from our offense, man. We saw Chattanooga score on their previous drive. Let's see if Youngstown State can bring that same energy as Chris Ty. He's going to roll out to the right. He's actually going to throw deep over the middle and finds Cam Jones for a really big gain. That will take us across midfield, where we'll go ahead and hand it off to Adam Hayden, who picks up a few yards, making it 2nd and 4. As we'll hand it off once again over to Adam Hayden, and he will pick himself up yet another first down. And we are on the verge of field goal range. I think one more first down will need to do it. But there's a flag on the play, though. And you cannot make this up. A false start penalty is going to bring us to, looks like a 3rd and 10. And we need the first down. Looking left, trying to get out to Cam Jones, but we are not going to connect. And that means that once again, we have to go about, we actually ended up punting it away, unfortunately. So it was what it is. But either way, we don't come back with any points. And here comes Chattanooga. Jordan Andrews actually takes a good angle this time, but it's not going to be enough. And so how about a turn of events? Our drive ends up stalling. And then on top of that, we also saw Chattanooga score yet another touchdown on our heads. And now things are getting a little bit dicey. We're down 28-14. We got one of the best quarterbacks in terms of overall in Chris Ty. And we need him to step up. 3 wide set, bunch to the left. We throw over the middle, and we find Thomas for a huge gain. That was what we needed. And we indeed moved those chains for a first down. As we got a 1st and 10 from the Chattanooga 42. Going to try to set something up with Adam Hayden. Oh! We had it set up well, but Adam Hayden could not throw an accurate ball. And now 3rd and long, going bunch to the left. Chris looking, almost intercepted. But either way, we had to punt the ball away once again. And Chattanooga will end up taking over at about the 11-yard line. And now here comes this Chattanooga offense. This air raid has seriously been giving us a little bit of issues on the last couple of drives. We really need this defense to come through and step it up here so that it does become a free score game before jumping into the fourth quarter. And that could have been the play. That could have been the play to get us back in the game, but we drop the interception though. Oh, you absolutely hate to see it. And now 3rd and short. Looks like they're in an eye power formation. We are going to sell for the run here as Jackson looks over the middle, but it's caught. It was actually a pass play. We were not ready for a pass play, and we paid dearly for it. Giving up a 1st down, and Chattanooga gets to keep the drive going and also managing to get themselves across the 50-yard line here before we do go ahead and jump into the end of the 3rd quarter. And things are looking really dicey for us right now. We're down 28-14. And we need to come through here in this 4th quarter. Big one for the defense as Jackson looks to the right. He finds Holmes. Holmes down the sideline, and he's going to be in the end zone again. Touchdown, Chattanooga. And the Mocs take a commanding lead over us here in the Alamo Bowl. We are going to be down 35-14. And it was just one of those plays where we were just sucked into the play action. And now we need a spark. We didn't need a spark from somewhere. Ever since we got into the second half, we have allowed 21 consecutive unanswered points. Although Jordan Andrews might have the response. No! Gets forced out of bounds, but a great play by special teams anyways. And maybe this is the spark that we need. Definitely must get a touchdown on this drive. No questions asked. Ty looking over the middle. He's going to try to throw it. It's going to be incomplete. That would have been a completion in NCAA 14, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, and this is a hill that I'm willing to die on. PS2 sports games are more challenging than the modern sports game, okay? Like, no ifs, ands, or buts, right? Like, that is a hill that I am willing to die on. But yet, despite all of that, we are in the red zone here as we go for a 2nd and 9. Looking over the middle, but it's going to be intercepted. Luke's going to be able to pick us off, and oh, no. That was not what we needed right now. An interception? Are you kidding me right now? Oh, Brian Luke read us like a book and made us pay for it dearly. The 14th interception thrown this season by Chris Ty. And now the Mocs are in a position to go away ahead and put this game away for good. As Jackson, he's looking over to the right-hand side, finds Holmes in tight coverage, and will come down with the catch, his 3rd catch of the day, getting the Mocs down at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, following the big pass play. Jackson gonna know it's a play action. He's looking towards the sideline. He was looking for his impact corner, playing at wide receiver. It will be incomplete. Thank goodness for that, because that would have put Jerry Jackson over 400 yards passing. Is now 3rd and long. Need to get a stop on defense, and thankfully we do at least go ahead and get it done. But we got to start using our timeouts, though. They are starting to try to chew some of this clock, so we really got to move quickly. Brown is going to make a catch. He's going to get us the 1st down before we jump into a no-huddle offense. Hayden looking to his right. He's got a receiver downfield. He's going to try to chuck it down, and it's going to be tipped away at the very last second. And that will be marked as an incompletion. And now, 2nd and 10 coming. Ty getting all set up with a 4-wide set. Hayden in the backfield. Ty looks right. He's going to try to throw it for Adam Hayden, but he throws behind him, though. And that will be incomplete as well. 3rd and 10. We need a 1st down from Chris Ty. Looking over the right-hand side, and it's going to be Cam Jones. That does come down with the catch. His 30th catch of this season. We move to the line quickly. Ty looks towards the end zone. He's got a man. Does he get there? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Youngstown State. We might need a little bit more of that to come back and win this game, but hey, you know what? We are not going to go down without a fight here in this Alamo Bowl. But it is really important that we come down here with an onside kick. I'm pretty sure that we just shanked it, and we sure did. We got the bounce that we needed, but it was at the completely wrong angle. And because of that, Chattanooga is going to get an easy recovery. We do force the free and out. However, we are now out of timeouts, so we cannot afford to take any losses. We either got to pick up that first down, or we got to get out of bounds. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We got to move, and we got to move quickly. As there is one out of bounds play. Chris Ty under center. He's got a free wide set. Looking to his left. Going to try to throw it over the middle, but just not enough throw over it. He had the step for a second, but just didn't have enough because pressure was right in his face. Seems like Chris Ty has been running for his life all day today. As we got a 2nd and 10 now. Chris Ty in the bunch. Looking over to the left-hand side. He's going to scramble. He's looking for a man to throw to. Throws across his body and finds Brown, who stays in bounds for a little bit and doesn't get corralled out of bounds to about the 29-yard line. Good play by the receiver to also get out of bounds. As we try again on 1st and 10. Minute left to play here in the game, and that's going to be tipped away. Stops the clock, though, at 58 seconds. Need a quick score here. 2nd and 10. Chris Ty under center, bunch to the right. Oh, dropping back. He's looking. Gets it to Brown and delivers inside the 5. And here comes Brown, trying to get it to the end zone as quick as possible. 1st and goal. Ty over the middle, but it's going to be deflected. At the last second, a touchdown saving play by the defense. And we're running out of plays here. 3rd and goal coming. Really important that we get it in the end zone. We find James over the middle, and look at that. We are going to get ourselves a touchdown right there. That is going to make this a 1-score game at the very least. But nothing else matters, especially if we don't get this onside kick. It's really critical. We do not get the bounce, and Chattanooga is going to recover. And that does indeed make it barbecue chicken as the Chattanooga Mocs take us down here in season number 1, and they will end up being the champions of the Alamo Bowl. A tough loss for us to take in to end season number 1 for the football program. So a painful way for us to end the football season, as we do end up losing in the Alamo Bowl. We lost 35-28 in this one, and it felt like one of those games where, I mean, listen, our defensive backs are not very good. We went up against an impact player at the quarterback position, and they took advantage, man. They threw the ball for 384 yards. We also had 300 yards passing, and we almost had 100 yards rushing, but we did a little too late. Now, that being said, I did see some improvement in terms of trying to pass the football. Well, we were under 50% completion percentage. We did end up throwing for 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. And we will have Chris Ty for a couple more seasons. One person that I think we are going to sorely miss, though, is Adam Hayden. He is going to be sent to graduate. He went off in this Alamo Bowl, man. 21 carries for 105 yards and a touchdown. Also saw our first 100-yard receiver, I think, in games that I've actually played in. David Brown ended up with 6 catches, 154 yards, and a touchdown. Cam Jones also stepped up, 4 catches, 57 yards, and a touchdown. And then Ty James had his only catch of the day go for a grand total of 2 yards, but also found the end zone. Now, for the blocking, I thought our blocking did a really great job overall. Cody McCaleb and Isaac Lynn did end up with double-digit pancakes in this one. We actually only allowed 1 sack the entire game, and that was from Adam Hayden, who was trying to block in the backfield. Chris Ty, using his mobility to his best possible chance. As for the defense was just outmatched. It was a bad matchup for our defense. David Silva did lead the team in tackles. He ended up with 5 tackles in this one, followed by Jordan Andrews, our freshman corner, and David Brown with 3 apiece. Also ended up with 4 TFLs as well, and we also got a couple of sacks. David Silva and Caleb Franklin both got to this quarterback, both sophomores that will be returning to the team next season. Not to mention that we did force a turnover. Adam Walters to help stem the tide a little bit. I wish we were able to do something with this interception, but we didn't really do anything with that interception, unfortunately. Couldn't turn in the points. Did a decent job of taking care of the football. We only had a turnover ourselves, but it will not be enough to win the Alamo Bowl. So we simulated through the remaining bowl games to at least get things set up for the offseason, and look at what happens to us at the end of the season. Coach Fouson was just informed by the NCAA that Youngstown State is going to be placed on probation for their football program. And because of that, we are going to be with 10 less scholarships for the next 2 seasons. So it seems like at least for year number 2 and year number 3 as well, we will only have 15 total scholarships that we will be able to work with over the next 2 seasons. So definitely a really tough blow for our football program. But on a bright note, we do end up getting a 3-year extension. We also got an offer to go to Mississippi Valley State, but this is the Youngstown State Dynasty. We will accept the extension as we are now improved to a two-star program with a 1-star academics. So we're going to accept that extension, absolutely no problem. And what I want to do for the offseason is not going to be like how it's set up for, say, moving on with like a full offseason episode for football. So as we're going through like the basketball and baseball seasons, you'll see like tidbits of the football offseason as we're moving through. So the school budgets and players leaving, that'll probably be in one episode. Recruiting will be in another episode. And then like position changes, training results, cutting, you know what I mean, right? So it's not going to be all at once, but you will see the offseason play out in different episodes. But speaking of future episodes, next time out, we will go ahead. We actually might have 3 different sports in one episode. We'll have some 2 basketball games for you to enjoy. We'll also have a little bit of the football offseason and a little bit of a preview of the baseball team, as we are starting to get a little bit closer to baseball season. So guys, it's going to be a really exciting episode. I hope you guys are excited for it. And if you are, make sure you go ahead, smash that like button, and then also hit that subscribe button if you happen to be brand new. Sorry that I couldn't win that Alamo Bowl for you guys, but we got some better days ahead of this football program. I just know it, despite the sanctions. But with that, I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you're all out there having a wonderful day. Take care, everybody.